America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? We are live. My name is Rodney Perry. That young lady is Shawnee Scott. How are you today, Shawnee?
I am wonderful, Uncle Rodney. How are you today?
I am great, man. I'm super excited. This show has been going a few days now, man, and it's like a dream come true. First of all, shouts out to Media 360 for bringing us together, and I'm super excited about the show today, man. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
When you do a show like this, and we're all in different places, this is like the new world order. I feel like I'm a part. Like are you in the Illuminati? I feel like
I am. I'm the queen of the Illuminati.
We have signed up for the Illuminati. A couple of things we're gonna be doing with this show every day. I'm gonna be bringing in some co-hosts, my friends, my comedy comrades, and just dope people, you know. And so I'm gonna introduce both of them, my co-hosts for the day, in a couple of seconds. But how about this, Scott? How's your day?
Well, this has been a good Sunday. I didn't wake up to any drama. You know, I have 2 pimps, and I have to cater to
Who's your pimps?
I got 2 pimps. You didn't have the 2 pimps when you came? I got 2 pimps. You mean your daughters? Yes. Because they
keep you working on that stroll, don't they?
They take all money. All the money is for them. So yes, I have 2 pimps. Today I woke up to a quiet house. I guess because they knew Uncle Rodney's presence was gonna be here, and they didn't want no smoke from you.
They didn't want no smoke. You know, I swear to God, if I put money in my Cash App, they know. Like, I think they got some type of alert. And yeah, Kathy, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. So let's bring in my co-host for today. This young man, is my buddy. We go back many years, man. And when I turned 40, I said I'd probably meet no new friends. And turns out I was totally wrong. Welcome to the show, Cole Parker in the building. What's up, Cole?
What's going on? Hey, Shawnee.
Yeah, Cole. I like the house, Cole. I got to come play the piano.
Cole, how are you today, man? We had a pretty late night.
Brother, it stayed later after you. But I'm doing phenomenal. Thanks for asking.
Hey, always a pleasure, man. DJ Slow Your Rollins in the building. What's up, bro? Also, co-hosting today, fabulous young comedian, man. And y'all know I love comics, man. And this dude, I really feel like is going to be a star. Welcome to the show, Mr. Cameron Keys. What's up, Cam?
Hey, what's up? Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, Cam.
It's great.
When did you get a background?
I just got this while you I said, let me get something else. I saw the Cole's background. I said, let me see if I can conjure me up something.
I'm at home.
That's Cole's house. What you mean?
I'm at home. Hey, man, the show is Rodney Perry Live. It's all the way live. It's me. It's everything about me. And this is actually, we're recording Thursday show on a Sunday. So we liked it. We was gonna bullshit y'all and act like it was happening now, but why?
Yeah, it's okay to meet you.
So this is the future, but it's the present. So let's rock it out. A crazy night last night, and I did some stand up. Cole, you were there.
I was.
We were talking about just finding our way on the comedy stage, man. Cole is going to be hitting the stage real soon. What are you excited most about taking this next step in the comedy?
Well, for me, man, I would say that just about putting my foolishness to front row. You know what I mean? It's like I've been me a lot of years. So, I've been very comfortable with the fool I am. But now it's just about, they can say it's always easy to make the ones laugh. The hard part is making those that you don't know laugh.
Wow.
So that's my challenge that I'm really excited to conquer.
Cameron Keys, I want to say I saw you at the early part. Everybody claims they were there at the beginning, but I don't think I was there at the beginning, but you were definitely early on in the game, man. Man, you've been growing exponentially over the past 5 years, bro. Talk to me about this whole comedy game and how you've been going through it, bro.
Man, it's been great. From St. Louis, I spent my first 3 years of stand-up in St. Louis. When I did the work with you at a Helium, I think I was 2 years in.
Wow.
You was the second weekend. The first weekend I did was with Ali Sadiq. And then you were the second weekend. And
who was the better human being? That should be an easy question. That should be real easy.
Yeah, you were way more personable. And me and you talk all the time.
No. Who is the better human being?
Come on, get the answer right now.
But I'm saying
yes.
But I don't really know.
Don't lose your vibe.
You about to get kicked off. I'm gonna tell you right now.
This might be your last chance. This might be it for your ass. All right. No, all jokes. Just a silly question on my part, man. Super excited about the show today. Shani, what do we got coming down the pipe, man? What we got today?
Oh, well, today, guys, we have a sexpert, and she's gonna help you guys get comfortable with.
I don't need no help. I got 6 kids. If I don't know, I don't know if that qualifies me, to be honest. But I have 6 children, and yeah.
And see, that's the thing. You have 6 kids, so you're probably comfortable in what you do. And this young lady is going to help you become more comfortable in your sexuality so you can try new things with your woman or man. I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody. Or try new things.
Offend me.
And be able to, express those things that maybe you haven't expressed to your partner that you've been with for, forever or whatever. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know if y'all hopping around or what. Okay. And then we got to check in. We have a 17-year-old who has this dilemma and she needs Uncle Rodney's advice.
Ask Uncle Rodney. That's the segment.
Yes. Okay. Ask Uncle Rodney.
I like that. Okay. I can't wait to help her. How old now? Because I don't know if I can help a child.
She's 17. She's 17.
All right. I got my boys going to chime in on that as well. We got the legal eagle coming in later on too.
Yes, she's gonna give us some legal advice, and then we have that entertainment segment. The Kardashians are all over the news feeds, and Tekashi 6ix9ine is back in the news.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Why?
A new snitch chapter or something?
Yeah.
A new chapter on snitching?
It's a new chapter. It's a couple of chapters actually. There's a book that's gonna drop about some things. So got a lot going on there.
You'll have like a superhead book.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna see.
Hey yo, shouts out to my family chiming in. My daughter Rochelle Perry just chimed in, and shouts out to Rihanna Perry as well. They might just walk in behind me and walk past
at any point in time.
Hey man, comedy specials on the street, guys. Comedy specials on the street. Cat Williams been taking a lot of flack over his special being lackluster. Have anybody seen the Cat Williams special World War III?
Yeah, I watched it Friday night. Night.
It's a date night and I haven't scheduled it yet.
Hilarious.
Oh, okay.
right, well, don't listen to us, Cole. Shani, what do you think? What do you think about the Cat Williams special? I mean, and this I've only heard from comedians, so I don't want to judge it.
Well, I love Cat Williams. Let me say that first of all, but I'm
a fan as well.
It didn't keep my attention like he normally does. I mean, he was Cat, but I guess the topics, it was the subject matter.
You know, I like the whole thing about the chicken wings. I think he probably closed like too heavily on the sex part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had like a 20-30 minute run on sex, and I was like, I just know he's better than that, man. And yeah.
He looked good.
Also, another comedy special. Oh, Cam, what was your thoughts on the Cat Williams?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I did think that it was a different pacing that I was used to seeing from Cat. But I mean, I enjoyed it overall.
You know what I liked about it? It felt like old Cat to me. Like he looked happy. He looked loose. Like sometimes he comes off like he's wound up, and he looked happy. Shouts out to Sherelle Evans tuning in. She says, "I'm here." Thank you for tuning in, sis. That is my sister popping in. What's up, Stella Landry in the building? Yo, this is your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. It is going down. The two men on the screen today are my co-hosts, Cameron Keys, Cole Parker. Cole.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something, dog. Now, I know you haven't seen the special, but
I have not.
What do you look for in the comedy special, if anything? I mean, like you say, it could be a date night. Are you? I mean, because you become a comedy aficionado hanging with your boy.
Absolutely. So I would just say consistency, right? So one thing, like for me, my most recent great show was Earthquake. I really, really enjoyed it in depth, right? I think he had just enough time to do exactly what he needed to do and get the hell out the way, right?
I mean, the special was 36 minutes long. Right, Earthquake, right. Dude, he was incredible. Well, go ahead. Right. I'm sorry.
No, I just think sometimes when you're trying to add all these additional fillers, sometimes you get lost in the flow, right? So the cadences are not the same. So consistency is really big for me, and I like stupid. Let's start there. I like the worse it can be, the best I love it, so that's really where I am with it, too serious. I do like thought-provoking comedy as well, but I just like ignorant shit. That's really like my go-to.
I mean, there's a push nowadays toward being more thought-provoking. Comedy usually reflects who's ever at the top of the food chain. And with Dave Chappelle being at the top of the food chain, people are like a lot more thoughtful, across the board, I think. Right. I'm actually working on some stuff now, and I'm pretty thought-provoking myself.
You're right on the line of ignorant too, but yeah,
I'm slightly ignorant. That is a fact. Speaking of ignorant, I'll be in New York this weekend. Coming, please catch me. I'll be in New York City. I'll be in Connecticut. I'll be in the Brooklyn. New Jersey. I'll be all over that area this weekend. Find me on the website, RodneyPerry.com. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. That lady is Shani Scott. That is my man Cameron Keys. And that is Cole Parker. They're my co-hosts for today. Thank you. DJ Slow Your Roll said he fell asleep on Cat Williams.
Man.
Slow your roll. Your roll.
Well,
you gotta slow your damn roll for your roll.
It sounds like he was just sober this time. Okay, so let's be real. Okay, let's label some facts. Okay,
wow.
You think
if he was sober, I mean, I didn't see it, but the way
that's why you haven't
like,
he may have been because he looked good. He definitely looked good.
Look good. He looked good. It looked like he gained a little weight, not in a bad way. He was a little thick. I was like, hey.
I didn't think it was that bad. Goodness gracious. All right, you guys. We're 15 minutes past the hour, 16 minutes past the hour. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. I'm Rodney Perry. That right there, Shotty Scott. That's Cameron Keys. My man Cole Parker is in here with us today. We'll keep the show cracking. We said we gave you a little tease earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring in our sex bird.
He's here.
Well, we already got one on the panel. His name is Cole Parker.
I'm just saying. I can definitely give a different introspective.
Cole Parker, did you know, Cole Parker, that a man could have multiple orgasms?
Absolutely.
You knew that?
Yes.
All
Don't
right.
all y'all
Let's
know
find
that?
out more about it. She's joining us. Her name is Sherelle Thomas. We call her Sexpert. She is an expert on all things sex. Welcome to the show, Miss Sherelle Thomas.
Hey.
Thank
Hey,
you.
sis, how are you today?
I am doing amazingly well. I'm in Chicago. Happy that the sun is out and shining, which is rare in these parts. So I'm
I
happy.
know. All right, Sherelle. You got such a wealth of information. First of all, how do you become a sexpert? Did you have so much sex that was like you incredible?
No, it's
Your
not.
Google reviews off the chain.
I wish that was the case. That would be nice. That would be amazing, but unfortunately not. It was just something that I was always interested in. My parents talked to me about sex at a young age. We had our first conversation when I was 10 because my mom got pregnant when she was 14. She had my brother when she was 15. So she didn't want that to happen to us. But sex was always something that I was like genuinely just interested in, like not in a perverted way, like sneaky and stuff like
Ain't
that.
nobody say that. Ain't nobody say that.
I was thinking it though. I was thinking it.
But it was more so like I want to find out more, and it's still to this day it's the same thing. Like I'm still amazed at what our bodies are capable of doing, and I feel like a lot of people, majority of people, haven't even touched the surface of what sex can offer.
Now, I mean, it's easy for us to take sex lightly, but it's a very important part of most of our lives. But how do let's look at the juxtaposition men to women. How do men approach sex? How do women approach sex? And what's the difference?
Okay, so big difference. Men approach sex just in terms of a simple pleasure. Like studies in the brain show that what men correlate sex to is just like playing video games or winning basketball. Like for them, it's more so like this quick, simple pleasure that they want, that they seek. For women, we're looking at it from a standpoint of deeper love. Now, let me back up in regards to the men. Like, even though they go into it with this simple pleasure mentality, when it's good and other components fall into place, that's when the emotions begin to involve with it for them. But women, we lead with emotions and then we go into the physical part. So a lot of women have sex to get love, and a lot of men have sex just to have sex. It's a big difference.
Now I understand why we have so many gay couples.
Expand. I would love to hear your perspective.
Well, it's all about, birds of a feather, right? So I actually like women who just like to have sex, just for simple pleasures. The emotional side kind of gets to me. I'm not an emotional communicator. I have emotional intelligence. I'm not an emotional communicator. So, sometimes I can leave emotion out of it. So I agree with the part about men because I definitely fall into that category.
Yeah,
you're definitely void of emotion.
I mean, I give what I have. You know what I'm saying, and that's a lot sometimes. But I can understand that now. I never really understood. Like I had a light bulb. I'm like, boom. That's why men are gay. I understand it now. I just didn't understand it before.
Hilarious. Hey, that young man is Cole Parker. Her name is Sherelle Thomas. She's our sexpert. She's on today. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. Now, Sherelle, we got Shani Scott, who is a woman with the faces beat. We got Cole Parker. We got the young homie in Cameron Keys, and the old man in Rodney Perry. Okay, here's the question.
Yes.
Orgasms. How many types? What's out there in the orgasm streets? Educate me.
So in terms of what I have learned and what I teach my clients in regards to women, it's a total of 12. However,
hold on, stop right there.
I gotta take notes. Wait a minute.
12? Channing, how many you done knocked out?
Oh, like in one.
No, like out of 12.
I don't know.
Okay, wait. Okay, let Sherelle go. 12. Okay, give me the 12.
Okay.
I got to taking notes. Cam, pull your notepad out.
I'm putting it on my phone.
It's clitoral. A lot of women, if they
Okay.
climax, that's how they actually climax. That's the type of orgasm that they have. Another one is G-spot.
Hold on, let me ask you this. Hold on. Stay right there, Sherelle. So clitoral, is that why when I'm watching my films that women usually kind of do that little move?
Yeah.
Cole is doing, they do that, and so they're being penetrated, but they also do that. Is that what they trying to achieve?
Yes.
Yes.
That is a clitoral orgasm. So I got some goodies to show you real quick. I know I won't be before you guys long, but I wanted to show you. Like this is an actual clitoris. See that?
Oh, wow.
But this is the only part that you
That look like some little wire cutters.
I ain't never been with a white woman. I never seen one look like that.
This is what you actually see. Sorry, I should have had it out. But this is what you see. Like that's all you see is the hood, right?
I'm sorry. You just walk around with vaginas like in your bag or something like that?
No.
And I got
We have a workshop that I'm going into right after this, but no, I don't walk around with vagina clitoris.
you got a bag of vaginas. You are wonderful. Okay.
She's amazing. So that's it. That's the whole thing is the clitoris.
The whole thing is the clitoris, but all we see is that first part, and that's why there's so many ways for women to actually climax because it's 8,000 nerve endings that go from this. So even
Tell us, say it look like a wishbone.
Yeah, it does. But even with like vaginal penetration and double stimulation of a clitoris, like that's what make it so powerful. That's what make it feel so good. But a lot of women.
And how many nerve endings is that? How many nerve endings in there?
8,000.
8,000.
Wow.
Great. And Cameron Keys, did you know anything about this?
I knew just not really. No. I didn't know the difference. I didn't know.
I didn't know this, and I have it.
Exactly.
Okay, Sherelle, go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off. So clitoral is number one.
Okay.
G-spot is the second one. So that's common a lot.
And I stop you right here. I know about this one.
The
G-spot is up and back.
Good job.
Yes.
It is. It's up and back.
Okay.
It's the curl under.
Yep. That's how you get to it.
So is that what makes us women squirt if they hit that spot?
No, squirting can be achieved from any of these. And we can go into squirting a whole nother time, but it's more common when they do hit the G spot. But you can get it, and if from clitoral stimulation, you can squirt. The next one is the breast and nipple, which a lot of people are not familiar with, but women can actually climax from nipple stimulation.
See, now that ain't fair. That ain't fair.
Right.
That ain't fair at all. So you telling me you can have your nipple and then all of a sudden, boom, you there? That ain't right.
Yeah, but it takes a certain technique and it takes certain skills in order to make it happen. It's not just like this and boom, I'm there. Like you got to know what you're doing.
Right.
Now certain women are more prone to maybe that type of stimulation. Am I right? Or is every woman capable?
I think all women are capable of it, but it's being exposed to the right stimulation and the right technique.
Oh wow. Okay. Go. Keep going. We at number 4.
All right. Kissing the mouth.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh, you say really. So you guys might see on your videos, like what you said before, like if a woman is performing oral sex on her partner, she can actually like climax from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different than kissing, but I got you now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you said kissing, I'm thinking just.
But from just kissing, there's nerve endings that's connected from the mouth to the clitoris, and you can actually climax from just kissing.
Look at my God.
Won't he do it? So it's like that old. What'd you say, Cam?
They didn't teach us this sex ed.
This is definitely didn't know. Okay, kissing. Okay.
Okay.
Number 5. Y'all want to guess it? He talked about the gay man.
Anal.
Exactly. Good job.
Wow.
Anal. Number 5 is anal.
I don't do that anymore though, but yes, I understand.
So you retired, Cole? Did you retire?
I had a turd on the end one time. It kind of ruined it for me.
A turd?
Oh, yeah,
We're not gonna do that. I want this
I
turd.
panicked.
Oh my God.
It happened. You go too deep, it happens.
Good for you. Good for you. All right. We at number 6.
Number 6 is cervical. And this, a lot of women don't achieve because it takes, like I said, like all of this is pretty much a certain skill set. But with the cervical orgasm, a woman can actually, her brain responds to that like days later. So we can have sex today and I have a cervical orgasm. And 3 days from now, I just get the shivers and the
Aftershock.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It is.
I mean, so your guy would have to be pretty well endowed to hit your cervix.
No, you will be surprised, right? So an average
She got another.
now.
She about to pull a cervix out.
Average vaginal canal is 3 to 6 inches. The average penis is 5 inches. Certain positions you can get it.
Well, hold on, wait. What the hell did you just pull out? What is that?
It's cocky.
Cucumber. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see you pack one day, Sherelle. I just want to see you pack. I'm gonna sit back and watch you pack. Baby, what's that? Oh, okay.
Okay, so when I think of cervix, I think of like a baby having a child.
Let me show you guys. I told you I got my workshop like right after this. So I have a book and all of this stuff that's ready. So it's backwards. So you see right there, that's the cervix at the end. Wait, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the cervix right here. You see that?
Okay, visual aid.
Yes. So you see how he can hit it, depending on what positions they're actually in and so on and so forth.
2 inches.
Wait, but hold on. Stella says she just need 2 inches. Come on, Stella.
You need a little sample.
Goodness gracious. Stella like them little mini hot dog weenies.
You know what those are called?
What?
They got a name?
They actually, that's common. Like it's men who actually walk around with that. Like my heart go out to them, but
With 2 inches? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so when they get
3 inches,
Not 2 inches erect.
yes, erect.
erect?
Wow.
No.
Man,
I know.
That's
Or a
sad.
little tink.
that's sad.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a
We
moment of
gotta keep
silence.
going. We got 6
Okay.
more.
Okay, so the next one, no, that was number 6. Oh yeah, 6 more. So the next one is blended.
Blended?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I mean,
this,
more than one.
yeah, some of those that I named combined.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Combo.
Okay.
The other one is mental. Like we can actually
Okay.
climax from mental stimulation, like all that good stuff. Yes, it's possible.
Get out of here.
Number
Like a wet
9,
dream of your kid.
exactly. Number 9 is multiple, so you can have them back to back to back, but blended is at the same time.
Oh wow.
Another one is whole body, like where you can just feel it all over, but that can be achieved from different types of stimulation.
Okay.
Like mushrooms and exit.
Number 11 is squirting, ejaculation, which we were just talking about. And then number 12 is the A spot. So a lot of people are not familiar with
The
what the
A spot?
A spot. What
The A
is the
spot is the wall between the anus and the vagina.
That little thin piece of skin right there.
No, not the skin. So it's inside. You see that red? Oh, it's hard because
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera-
Okay.
So that's the A spot. You see the green?
The bottom.
Yeah, the bottom one. The green is the G spot.
Okay. So if the G spot is up and back, the A spot is the other way.
Yes.
Yeah. I think she just had an orgasm. Yes.
yes. Yes.
That's it.
Y'all got it. Oh man. But okay, I do have to hop off and head to my session. I'm about to
Hey, Sherelle, first of all, thank you so much for coming on. Before you go, how do people stay in touch with you? How do people find out if they want this information? I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg, for lack of a better term.
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram. It's actually Sherelle E. Thomas. So it's CHARELLEE THOMAS. Bless you. But you can find me on Instagram. I do have a YouTube channel, and I think it's just Sherelle Thomas. But if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll be able to see all of the links in my bio and different ways that we can stay in touch.
Awesome. She is a sexpert. She came on our show, our very first guest. Well done, Sherelle. Hey, I can't wait to talk to you again. She's going to be coming on the show every Thursday. We're going to talk sex. So much love, mad respect. Appreciate you, sis. Have a great day.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
I think Stella had an orgasm watching.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely. Hey, that's crazy. 12 different types of orgasm. Cameron Keys.
Yes.
What did you learn that you just had no idea about?
Okay, let me look at my notes. I took notes. I didn't know that I didn't know the cervical one. That one that's the best one to me. You mean we can have sex today and on Friday she can have an orgasm from it?
I don't think it's fair.
Well,
was
that only the orgasms for women?
This hopefully men don't have definitely the women's stuff.
Right.
It's definitely women's stuff.
Too many cervixes. I don't think I have a cervix.
All right, you guys. Let's switch gears. Coming up in the show, what's coming down the pipe, Shani Scott?
Well, up next, if anybody needs legal advice or you have questions about these civil cases that you're seeing in the news, people getting beat down by the police officers or the police officers asking you to get out of your car for a search, we have someone that can give us the right advice and tell us how to conduct ourselves in these situations and what we can and should do to move forward.
Okay.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the show, absolutely, my co-hosts are in the building. Cole Parker is here. Cameron Keys is in the building. But this young lady I'm about to bring in, first of all, I got to go blow my damn nose. But
or get an antihistamine or something.
Something. I think I got some allergies in this room. But, ladies and gentlemen, Beverly. Oh, shit.
That's okay. You should have got tissue right
Let's
before
bring
that.
her up. Let's bring her up.
He had a nasal orgasm.
He had a nasal orgasm. That's another one. We're going to bring her up. Hi, Melanie. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Nice to meet you, Shani. Hey, Cole. And hi, Cameron. I don't know you yet, but nice to meet everybody.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Uncle Rodney's back. All right. There he is.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right.
Did you get a squeegee, my guy?
It got ugly real fast. I call this young lady Melanie Esquire. She's actually really funny. She's a nut, but she knows her stuff. She's a lawyer, and I said, Melanie, I want to do a segment where we stay abreast of what's going on in our country in terms of some of the legal things we're seeing around the country, different things like that, and you can kind of keep us up to speed with what's going on. In terms of that, and Melanie said, "Rodney, I got you.
Got you. Yep."
So what should we be looking at right now, Mel?
So I just read this story today. So where you all are in Georgia, in Spalding County, which is about an hour outside of Atlanta, the officials there voted to end Sunday voting. So as a result, some of the Black pastors galvanized and organized a Saturday vote drive so that the people could still get out the vote, because Georgia is one of the many states that are having primaries at the moment. And as you all are aware, they passed several laws basically dialing back the right to vote. Like you can't give people water or food in line, basically trying to suppress essentially the Black vote because Stacey Abrams was able to organize and get so many people registered to vote and out to vote that now the Republicans, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. So if our right to vote wasn't so important and valued, especially as Black people, that we fought and died for the right to vote, then they wouldn't be trying to take it away from us. So I just want everyone to be aware in the different counties in Georgia that you need to get out and vote. Be aware of your laws, because again, they're trying to disenfranchise us from voting, and because they just want to maintain power. So it's definitely important for you all in Georgia specifically, but across the country, to get out and vote in the primaries. because of the laws down the pike. We've all seen now the result of Donald Trump's appointees. He had 3 appointees to the Supreme Court. Now it's a hard right conservative majority. As such, now Roe versus Wade is being overturned. So now women in half of the country won't be able to get abortions.
I mean, do you think they will overturn Roe versus Wade?
Absolutely. That draft opinion was a leaked opinion. And it's funny because they weren't upset that the opinion, like, they're not upset about the body.
Before we get into it, Melanie, break down what they're trying to change, because I don't know if the average Joe Blow really gets it.
Oh, are you talking about for Roe v. Wade?
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. So under Roe v. Wade, which was settled law as of 1973, so basically it's been the law of the United States for almost 50 years, basically allowed women to get abortions, I believe, up to like the 24th week of pregnancy. And as you all have seen on the news, a lot of these red states are restricting it. Texas has probably the most restrictive at 6 weeks. But now I think either Oklahoma or Kentucky passed a bill saying at the time of fertilization. So, I mean, each state is like, it's like a race to the bottom as far as like who can pass the strictest law restricting abortion. And and this is my theory, and it ties into Buffalo, which I'll get to next. White people as a whole are not having as many children. So this is a way for white people to maintain a population majority and maintain their power because of the browning of America. Because African Americans, we're still only 13 to 15% of the population, but Latinos are set to overtake whites in population in my lifetime. So the browning of America is now that this is the backlash, because if you're forcing women to have babies, that means more white women will have them. And that means more white people will be born because, again, the birth rate dropped for them the past decade or so.
So if you eliminate Roe versus Wade, there will be more white people?
Because they're forced to have, like now white women are forced to have these children because white women get abortions more than anybody. There's this misnomer or this mischaracterization that black women are white women are the ones getting the most abortions.
Really?
Not black women. Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Because I thought it was just the opposite. I thought it was that Roe versus Wade was an attack on the black children, baby.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. White women by and far get the most abortions out of any ethnic group. And obviously Latino women get the least abortions. I'm sorry.
Cole, I see you shaking your head. You know about this.
Yeah, you got to think, even Planned Parenthood, when they were releasing all the information about Planned Parenthood, I think it was 62.5% of the benefits were used by white women. So, wow. That entails exactly everything that Melanie, sorry, I'm going to say Mel, that Melanie is saying. So, yes, I mean, the issue really comes down to securing the population. It's not about anything else. Population.
So let me ask you this, Mel. How does one even attempt to overturn a 50-year-old judgment?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Rodney. So the legal basis for the Roe versus Wade decision was the right to privacy. Additionally, because if you think about interracial marriage, that's Love v. Virginia. That's also a right to privacy. There's also Supreme Court cases legalizing gay sex. So like sodomy used to be illegal. And then also
sodomy is still illegal in some states, right?
That's true. Right. Well, no, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, there's maybe some laws in the books, but they probably are rescinded or, they're out of date because federally legal across all 50 states, you cannot.
Sodomy is illegal in my house.
Well, it's illegal in my house too. But it's no backdoor policy. But anyway, I had to get that in there. But so the right to gay marriage is also out of the right to privacy. So this decision overturning Roe v. Wade is going to have many effects down the road, because if you take away the right for a woman to have an abortion, then you put gay marriage up on the table, you put gay sex on the table, you put interracial marriage on the table, because these are all cases that sprung from the right to privacy. So there's also there's been cases litigated as far as
what you're saying is Roe versus Wade could be the tip of the iceberg in terms of all these other decisions being overturned.
Absolutely. And again, if you think about gay marriage, most gay marriage is not producing children unless they adopt. I mean, or in the event of if it's a lesbian women, then they can obviously still bear children. But so if you think about the larger picture, again, gay marriage is not really producing that many children. You see what I'm saying?
True
so
enough.
I mean, it's just it's ridiculous. But I mean, it's a that's what I'm scared to see where this country's going.
Well, I mean, they are trying to give men uteruses. Like there's like there's what is it called clinical trials done to actually implant uteruses in men. So that may change.
The white man want a uterus bad.
Definitely. Definitely. No one else does.
Let me tell you something. I don't want high heels. I don't want skinny jeans, and I don't want a uterus.
Yeah, because they push us to do the hysterectomies. Like, so when I got diagnosed with cancer, that was the first with breast cancer. They were like, "Well, you want to have a hysterectomy?" I'm like, no, I can still have babies. I still want to have kids.
Wow.
So wait a minute. Like, you gonna do it?
So wait a minute, Channing. You implying that they'll take your hysterectomy, take your box out, and put it in a dude?
Where they getting them from? Where they getting them?
Well,
when I think about
I think the first ones are pigs. I think one of the clinicals they did was pigs, like trying to utilize the pig's uterus to implant into males. I guess I don't know the pronouns for this nowadays, but for men wanting uteruses, I guess I don't know what you call them. But also one thing, if I'm correct or incorrect, Melody, doesn't it also release the power completely to the states on an individual basis instead of federal?
Absolutely. So now each state is left up to them on how to regulate women's bodies. And there's not one single law on the books regulating men's bodies. So now every state has the right to.
I'm sorry, Melanie. I'm sorry. We might need to send Stella an invite to the show. She says she's seen and cared for a man with a uterus implant. Is that or is that a penile implant? What type of implant you talking about?
How about
the uterus?
Let's go back to Roe vs. Wade.
Oh, she teach the man how to pee.
How to pee.
Or the new man that has new I don't know. It's all confusing.
Goodness gracious. All right, everybody freeze. Go ahead, Melanie. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Oh, no problem. But yeah, now it's going to be left up to each state to decide where life begins. So like I said, one state is passing a law like life begins at fertilization. So like basically you can't get an abortion in this state. And so what's going to happen is that back alley abortions are going to become more frequent again. And then now because a lot of abortions are now being taken care of by a pill. And so now they're trying to outlaw that abortion pill. And I'm not talking about a Plan B. I'm talking about an actual medical abortion pill.
Wow.
So they're trying to outlaw that too.
Let me ask you this, Melanie, in reference to the abortion. And I know a woman has a right to choose what's going on with her body, but do the fathers have any rights? Because as a father, I would like to have some say so over whether my baby was going to be terminated or not.
Well, so I don't think so, and the reason being is because one, until it gets to a certain point in the pregnancy, there's no way to determine who the father is. I mean, now there's more, advanced technology where they can do, a test while the baby is still in the womb, but it has to be further along. But in the beginning stages, so it's like, I mean, we've seen enough episodes of Maury to know that, who you think is the father may not be the father. So unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot of say so on the man's part, but it's also because the woman has to bear the child, has to go through. And in America, we have the worst female mortality rate for pregnancy, and Black women have the highest female mortality rate for pregnancy in this country.
Wow. All right. Let's move on. What else you got over there, Mel?
So I definitely wanted to talk about the Buffalo shooting. Unfortunately, 10 innocent Black people lost their lives from a mass shooter who had posted a manifesto on a private website, but he had gone there the day before to case out the grocery store. And so he was just indicted in New York State for murder. And, a possible defense he may try to bring up is the insanity defense. Mm-hmm. But a way to overcome the insanity defense is to basically outline all the steps in planning that he made, because in order to raise an effective insanity defense, you basically have to show that they were under such a defect of reason as to not know that their actions were wrong. And you can't argue that you were under a defect of reason if you drove 200 miles, purchased a vehicle, purchased ammunition, went to the location the night before. All of that shows intent and planning. So that is, I mean, premeditated murder. I mean, it's very simple. Obviously, in this country, we have the right to a jury trial. We have the right to be innocent until proven guilty. However, I mean, there's video. So, I mean, it's not going to be, this trial is basically a slam dunk. However, this is only the first start, because he's probably going to also be prosecuted federally for the hate crime. So that takes a little bit longer. We've seen in the case of Derek Chauvin and George Floyd that he just pled to the hate crime on top of his state sentence, and it's going to be served concurrently, not consecutively, because consecutively means they can stack it on top. But typically most hate crimes, they'll serve them concurrently with their state crime sentence. The same thing with Ahmaud Arbery's killers, the father and son McMichael and William Bryan. They also were convicted of federal hate crimes on top of on top of Ahmaud Arbery's murder. And in New York State, I don't believe they have the death penalty, but I believe the federal, if he's charged with a federal hate crime, the death penalty is on the table. But it's interesting because in the cases of white mass shooters, because number one, there haven't been many black mass shooters. I mean, I could only think of the DC snipers.
I was about to say, that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
The DC snipers. However, I do recall there were two specific instances in the past 10 years of former military and two black men that killed police in Dallas and California. So the first one was in 2013. His name was Brian Dorner, and he killed 5 people across Orange County, LA County, and they shot him in a cabin in San Bernardino. But
we never saw that man's body. That man's body was never found. He was like a Navy SEAL caliber dude.
Yeah. So
same in Dallas.
Yeah, and then Dallas, the guy was an Army guy, and he shot 5 police officers during a protest, and they used a robot to bomb him.
Yep.
So we don't get the same, although the difference is obviously they were killing law enforcement. But it's funny to me when it's black people, we don't get a trial. We don't get led in peacefully. We don't get handcuffed. We don't get read our rights. We get killed.
That is a fact.
So it's interesting because like he had the complexion for the protection. Like if he was a black man, there was no way he would have left that grocery store alive. He wouldn't even been able to get off 5 shots, let alone 10. So it's, but also I also saw an article about a New York State Penitentiary police, like I guess a probation officer or maybe a correctional officer posting like clean up on aisle 9, 10, 12, 15. And he was like, oh, too soon. I'm going to see who my real friends are. So they suspended him, but all the people who liked it, they haven't suspended them. Wow, so again, that shows, but again, I'm not surprised. We all know that the police today stemmed from slave patrols. So racism has always been a part of the Fraternal Order of Police. So, that's the genesis of the police, of law enforcement in this country. So it's not surprising.
What do we say to our law enforcement? Because I'm not an F the police type of guy, because you can't call me in the middle of the night, somebody come in your house. So what do we say to our men in harm's way that happen to be black? How can they stay protected and how do we support them, if at all?
Well, it's unfortunate because we've seen case again of us surrendering, but then still being shot in the back. Shot, with our hands up, still shot. So not fleeing and eluding, not trying to escape. I don't have the answer because unfortunately, I'm African-American, but I don't look it. So I can get out of a police encounter alive.
Wow.
But, I can't say the same for Cole or you or Cameron, or even Shani. So it's unfortunate because black women aren't exempt either. Look at Sandra Bland and Breonna Taylor. So all of us can get it.
I saw a disturbing story this week too. It was a story out of Jacksonville where this white dude comes into a convenience store and start punching a black woman in the face. And I'm like, yo, what the man? Yo, so much, Melody. You gave us so much to unpack, man. I can't thank you enough for coming on today and giving us the legal perspective. Last question. Did OJ do it?
He was found not guilty, so I'm going to go with that.
He was found not guilty. He stays in the news, though. OJ, go sit down somewhere. Yo, her name is Melody, and we call her Melanie Esquire. Thank you so much for coming on, sis. Really appreciate it.
Later, Mel.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you, Mel.
All right.
Yo, my name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. It is going down. Shani Scott. We got entertainment news coming up. Am I right?
We do have entertainment news coming up. Like I said, those Kardashians are in the news, and our favorite, I don't know, what do we call him, a circus rapper, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Is he a circus rapper?
He's definitely a clown.
You know, the hair and all that he has going on. That's why I said
Got it.
when he first came out. You want to go into that, or you want 30 seconds?
Can we take a break and come back and do that?
We can take 30 seconds.
Let's take 32 seconds. We'll be right back. Hey, y'all, I'm Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. That's Cam, that's Cole, and that's Shani Scott on air.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let bepublished.org publish and promote your work for less. Bepublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. Bepublished.org. 972-880-8316.
We are back in full effect. It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We are in here doing what we do. Cole, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? I had to go turn on the air AC, change my lighting. I'm like, Jesus, that 32 seconds got me.
Hey, great show, man. We're almost 50 some minutes in the books. Awesome. Great show so far. Shouts out to Sherelle, our sex expert that came through and dropped all type of sexual knowledge. 12 types of orgasms: clitoral, breast orgasms. You know, you can kiss somebody and make them come.
I didn't know that. Now you asked how many. You asked me how many had I had. So now I took notes.
Okay. Okay, Shani.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 8 out of 12.
Are you serious?
Let's go through them. Let's go through what you haven't had.
What I haven't had?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Let's say, no, I want to hear what you have had. Goodness gracious, Cole.
Okay.
There was more of those.
Yeah, so the clitoral, of course. The
Okay.
G-spot, yeah. I didn't realize that the cervical was what happens.
So that's the one that hit you like a couple days later.
Yeah.
So you experienced that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hold on, don't move. So you had an experience.
Right there. No move.
So you had experience, and then you were a day later or so, you go, oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Actually, more than once.
Good for you.
I didn't know what it was. I just thought that, I'm just, really into my guy.
Yeah, because you knew it was him, it was attached to him, but you didn't know what it was. Get out of here. Okay, so that's 3.
Like, where you at? You come back.
Please hurry up. All right. So beautiful. So we had 3, 4.
So the mental, the multiple, the squirting.
Stop right there. You had a mental orgasm?
Yeah. I think now after what she said, if you can pull off the cervical, then you can pull off the mental.
Now, do you have to be do you have to have an imagination for that? I wonder.
I don't. I mean, it could just be a thought. Like he might call me and say, "Hey," and
That's it. Hey,
That's it. Hey, baby.
Camera Keys. Have you ever had a mental orgasm?
No, everything been physical.
So I got a question. So like even as a young boy, right? The wet dream thing. You're not really like stroking yourself, you dreaming. So that is a mental orgasm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a mental orgasm.
Is it?
You're locked into the dream, you're heightened, and you climax. That is an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, I know Cameron that had one of them.
Yeah.
So as grown men, do y'all still have wet dreams?
I don't even know what that looked like as a grown man.
As a grown man, what?
Do y'all still have wet dreams?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean,
no.
I ain't just wet. I don't.
That,
if I wet dream, Pete on myself, which is a whole nother show.
Right. That sounds like prostate check.
Oh God. Oh God. All right, you guys, we're approaching the top of the hour. Shani Scott giving us all 8 of her. Okay, so what were we down to the last 2?
No, that was all
3.
of them. Whole body squirting. Now,
what I
have
whole body squirting.
The
you just throw away squirting like that ain't nothing. Like, oh yeah, I squirted that one time.
No, actually, just being transparent. It's only been one person that can do that. That's the person
you achieve that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I didn't know. And I was
wow.
wait a minute, what's happening? Am I peeing on myself? What's going on? You know, is this what happened when you turn 40?
Just let it go. Just let it go.
I think it's all, I mean, sex is very, very much mental, you know, so as you become like with a person, you can achieve different levels, I think, mentally with that person, and it'll open up chambers that maybe wasn't previously open. Your thoughts, Cole?
I just think it's really where you are as far as your heightened level of sexuality. It could be somebody the first time you meet them, they make you squirt just because of their attention to the details of you. So I don't think that it has to do everything tied to emotion, but I do feel like there are many ways to climax. And if you have somebody willing to take the task of trying to venture off with a little checklist, because now I got me a whole checklist. They should have never given me a checklist. But you know, checklist. Check. I've been trying to check them all. But like with women, I've had women experience quite a few of those. You know, I felt cheated though, because I thought blended and multiple wasn't like a individual orgasm, so I kind of felt cheated on those two. You know, but next time
Sherelle comes on, we're gonna talk about that, because they say men can achieve multiple orgasms.
We can.
So how you feel cheated?
Well, because I feel like that's not a new orgasm. It's really you doing clitoral and G-spot. Well, that's just 2 different orgasms. That's not a new orgasm. You see what I'm saying?
No.
A new one. No, I was
if
answering her
you
question,
can
Rodney.
do both of them at the same time,
but there's still 2 orgasms.
Yeah. So Cole, you've had multiple orgasms as a man?
Absolutely. Like that, you're not like done it and kept going and done it again. Absolutely.
I mean, but like right on top of each other.
Sorry, even there's not always right on top of each other. But I'm talking about the same sexual cycle. Like I've done it, stayed in, made some movement to stay erect, or she assisted, and I had another one without going down. So I would say that's multiple.
So you saying if you don't go down, that's multiple?
I would say it is.
I don't know if that's a rule. We got to look that up. My book?
What happens usually when you climax after erection? What usually happens? Right.
Oh, really?
So if you stay up and you keep stroking, then yes, it's multiple. So like even with women, clitoris could be 10-15 minutes later. 10-15 minutes later it can be a G-spot. 10-15 minutes later it'll be an A-spot. Those are still multiple orgasms. Now multiple types. I think men can have that. I'm just not into it.
Now, Cameron Keys, do you call it the A-spot because it's right by the ass?
It definitely should.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought when she said it. When she said it. I was like, okay, it has to be that.
Have y'all had that before, though? Dudes, guys, have you had that?
What you mean?
What was the question?
An A-spot orgasm.
Have we had it or I've given
Have
one.
Well, no. Have you experienced it?
Oh, you mean like what they call milking? No.
Either way, I don't want to be a part of that.
No.
I get it.
I got an outie.
And for anybody listening, stay away from my booty hole.
100%.
But if that is a place of stimulation for you all, why are men so
okay.
of that? Why y'all?
I like the
that shit could make $1 bill shoot out my penis, and I'll still be like,
in quarters.
No thanks. That's gotta be.
So do y'all violated? Y'all go get the prostate check?
Not for no sexual gratification.
I still have an outie. Unfortunately, my doctor. I changed doctors when I turned 40. I got me a little Jamaican lady. She's about 4'9". I like, let me see your hands. They like real little hands, just in case.
Oh wait, what her hands look like?
Real little hands. But I do blood work still. So long as my blood work levels come back, she'd be like, "You're good," and I'd be like, "I'm okay."
My doc told me, he sent me a little cup. He said, "Put some dookie in this and send it back. And if it's bad, then we'll come finger you."
Oh, so okay, so
they send you a cup.
Okay, how did you put the doo-doo in the cup? Did you use like a teaspoon?
I went manual. I went to get. I went. Let me see. Let me show you. I get my dookie. And then I go.
Oh, you use your finger.
I go manual.
We're never shaking hands again, Rodney.
Do you make that sound every time?
I try to.
Color guard. Yeah, that's the name of the test. Color guard.
Yeah, color guard.
Color guard.
Venus. I don't like the look on Venus' face when she said color guard.
Right. She like to give you a prostate exam and both hands be on your shoulder. Be like, wait a minute, ma'am. Where does the other hand come from?
All right, you guys, you tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. I'm Rodney Perry. That's Cole Parker. That's my man Cameron Keys and Shani Scott. Shani, you have the entertainment report.
Yeah, so I was telling you earlier, the Kardashians are taking over all of the news threads. So one Kardashian got married, Travis and the baby girl, Courtney and Travis got married. Yeah. So it's a wedding day for them. That's all cool. But
she's not a Kardashian. She one of them. Bruce. She's a Jenner.
No, she's the old one.
Courtney is a Kardashian.
Yeah, Courtney.
She's the oldest. She's the oldest.
She was with the drunk dude. She got the babies by.
Yes, the white dude.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one that
Steve.
That was the other guy. But she got married. But this is the thing. Now, you remember when Kim and Kanye started going through their divorce? And everybody was in an uproar because Kanye bought a house right across the street from Kim and the kids.
That's awesome.
Well, Kim has one-upped him. Now she has purchased a house, the house that sits in the middle of her house and Kanye's house. It's a little bit smaller than the houses that they live in now. But you see the big circle, the big red circle, that's Kim's house.
That's Kim.
Is Kanye's house. Now that little pink spot in the middle, that's the house that she bought.
What? So they just got the whole neighborhood.
They basically are getting the whole block. But my understanding, what I understand what's going on and as to why she got this house is so Pete Davidson can stay there whenever he wants to spend the night. So instead of spending the night in her house, she goes to the house for Pete Davidson. She got this for her boo.
That's petty.
Get out of here. Man, you know, they say Pete Davidson has been giving all type of orgasms over there. Clitoral, breast, kissing.
Yeah, Pete has been doing a lot.
They say he's destroying the cervix.
I think so. Pete allegedly, Pete got the kid's name tattooed on him as well.
He did. Now that's a bit disrespectful.
It's all petty.
That was a little much.
Why is that disrespectful?
I think it's disrespectful to tattoo First of all, they ain't been together long enough.
They ain't even married.
But it's his body.
I mean, he can do what he want to do with his body, but take my kid. If I was Kanye, I would give me a tattoo gun and put one line through my kid's name
on his body.
But that's his choice. If he wants.
Hold on. Jerry the Great said, Kim said, I ain't never seen until I met Pete.
Hilarious.
That might be. But I mean, if he wants to get, he can get whatever he want to get tattooed on his body. So
yeah, I just think that that's probable cause to get your ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're my new neighbor, I'm gonna knock on the door and punch you in your face.
Wow, definitely. They made his kids. Well said, Venus.
But
all right. What else we got, Shani?
Okay. And then moving along, Tekashi 6ix9ine. So he did his little stint in prison, and he was also in some trouble a while back for a hit that happened at This Is 50 Studios in New York. So his team rolled up and robbed a group of people as they were exiting the studios. All right. They thought that the people they were robbing was Jay Prince's son, when in actuality it wasn't. So there was a whole case over this. Well, now there is a book coming out that details everything that happened by a young lady by the name of Sky L. Daniels. And the name of it is The Shit That Dreams Are Made Of. And in this book, he details everything from the robbery, the case that she's gone through with it, because the case is now over and they actually ruled in her favor. And there are some things that she's dealing with now behind this. And Tekashi is saying that allegedly he doesn't have the money to pay the amount that she won. But of course, we see him out here doing videos with cars and money and stating that he's the king of New York. So I'm interested in getting my hands on this book to see exactly what happened.
Wow.
Well, you got to tell me about it. I'm not going to read it.
Cole, you not read the book?
Definitely not. The cover is like something from No Limit.
Let me ask you this, man. You're a young guy, man. How relevant is this Tekashi 6ix9ine guy, man?
For me, not really relevant. I don't listen to his music, and then once he was started getting in trouble and deal with that, I was just like, there's no point in me in engaging in this anymore. So he's not really relevant to me. But I mean, he seems to stay popular, and I think that's really because he went to jail. So now he has something to talk about
and snitched on everybody.
Snitched on everybody, exactly.
Now, let me ask y'all this now. We say snitches get stitches, but is that even true anymore?
Not for him, because they've said he could come back to New York and he's protected. Nobody can touch him.
Get out of here.
We won't. Our company won't ever work with him. I can tell you that. We'll never work with him.
Now, when you say we, Cole, you're in security as well. Yeah. You wouldn't protect that guy?
Not at all. He's too high profile and too high risk, and he's hard headed. He's a recipe to get everybody on his team dead. So no.
Now, can you talk about some of the people you protected recently? Can you?
No. Okay. Terrible, bro. So
can you tell us the story without telling the names?
Okay. Well, the short version is he's talking about Jesse Smollett. So our team was with him during his trial. And after the trial, and after the verdict, and
you handled Jesse personally.
I don't like the way you made that sound. Let's start over. Okay. So yes, I was on his detail individually for some weeks after the trial. That is correct.
He's a great guy, am I right?
He's definitely an excellent client.
He paid well. Is that what you mean? Ding, 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 ding.
He pays on time and he listens. That's always good.
He kind of leaned on you for some advice, though, right, Cole?
That we won't talk about. But yes, I mean, because when you're in the world with them, there's a lot of trust has to be reciprocated. Okay, so you have a situation. I wasn't part of that detail. You have a situation where they rely on you to give them great advice for their personal protection, and with that, sometimes you have access to things that normal people wouldn't have access to, information, phone calls, things like that, which I won't discuss at all. But there are times where they're just regular people, and when you're isolated, sometimes not so much befriending, but sometimes befriending does happen.
Right.
Everybody saw The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston. It didn't start that he was banging her. You know what I'm saying? It ended up happening. Not saying that's anything remotely close to me and Jesse, but I kind of walked into that one. I had to get out of it.
We ain't asking about Whitney.
Hey, only way I wouldn't touch that because I know Cole is never gay.
Never. Nothing remotely. I don't even eat hot dogs, sausages, bananas. It ain't no
Bananas.
cool way to eat them. Oh no,
I saw Cole eating a banana from the middle.
Oh.
And it was in half, and I broke the piece. That's the only way to do it. Not the tip in. Can't ever put
No
the tip in
tip,
the mouth.
no banana
Not
tip.
the tip of the banana, not at all.
Jerry said pause. Mina said
Exactly.
pause.
Everybody says pause. I pause.
Yeah. No, man, but really great perspective on that, man. Let me ask you this, Cole. When you are hiring a security guard or personal security, what should be your first question of them?
What are your credentials? Make sure that they can legally do everything that you need them to do. Just because you have a concealed carry permit doesn't mean that you can use it to protect someone else. So that's a big thing. There's actually certifications and licensing that you have to go through for those particular details to be able to protect someone. Also, just soft skills, general conversation, because everything doesn't have to be heightened. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I don't the Snicker minis at all. Exactly. But
Jerry, shut up.
I don't mess with none of that. But I'm like really, really crazy about this stuff. As funny as it is, Rodney really knows me. Like I'm like, what the fuck you doing? I get mad about anything remotely that I believe in toxic masculinity to a certain point. I want men to be men, like grandfathers men. I don't like to do like whatever. I'll be like, man, I'm gonna punch you in the face and one more whatever, So we're gonna get off me on that.
let's not do that right now. All right. Shanny Scott, do we got anything else?
Yeah, Chris Brown was in the news. Chris Brown got drugged pretty bad after Rihanna had her baby because he took to Twitter and just said congratulations. And everybody got mad at him for saying congratulations.
Why they get mad at Chris?
I think because
I'll accept him again.
Yeah,
I thought he hit the baby on the bottom. So he was the first to hit the baby when the baby came in the world.
Wow.
No, he didn't do that. But some of her fans felt like it was disrespectful for him to give her congratulations. And I'm like, they've gotten past this. They're friends now. She congratulated.
Okay. Shanny Scott, was he throwing shade?
I don't think he was throwing shade. I mean, it seems like the two of them, they were young. They went through something. And I think, me personally, I just think that they both still have special places in their hearts for each other. They ain't know how to get through that. They was young.
But some couples are just volatile. Like, you ever been around a couple and you like, man, it wasn't in them coming. And because it's gonna be some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think they were just a volatile couple and they're better apart than they were together.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with Jerry. Chris is like, I think he might have that feeling that, dang, I should have had my kids with Rihanna.
Supposed to be my girl. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well said, Jerry. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're 15 minutes into this hour. The show is 2 hours long, 45 minutes left. Thank you for my co-host coming in today. And I can't thank this guy Cole enough.
I appreciate you, brother.
Tell you why Cole Parker has a place near and dear to my heart. You know what? I'm not going to tell the story.
You tell it, because I would tell it if you don't.
So Cole and I are friends. Cole comes to me. Cole, I'm going to tell you, I got one of my friends is a Scorpio. Shani's a Scorpio as well.
Okay, copy.
I am too.
Get out of here. This is Scorpio day.
Hey.
So Cole says, Rodney, man, I'm having a roast for my birthday. I said, Cole, I would be honored to be at your roast. He said, no, don't be at my roast. Host my roast. Okay. I have a history of saying the wrong thing at roasts. But I figure I got a handle on this. Now, you know, we drink and smoke cigars together. We have a good time. And so over the course of a friendship, you entrust things to your friend. Cole has told me things, not necessarily in confidence, but it really shouldn't have went anywhere else. Okay.
I changed my mind. We don't need to talk about it.
You're right. You're right. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So the short version, I'm gonna give you the short version.
You get a short
version. Yes, because he's about to. So
I'm about to mess it up again.
All over. I'm about to be banned from this show. You can't come over on Thanksgiving or nothing after this because she told you to kill it last time. So the short version is, so Rodney and I were friends, and I told him how me and my wife met. You know, we were co-workers. We got to know each other. We built a relationship, a friendship. Expound upon those ships. At the time, we weren't together. We were both married, just not to each other. And I and Rodney at my roast tells my beautiful wife, stand up. Everybody give her a round of applause. She's like, thank you. You know, she's really shy. She's like, okay, you know, thank you. He said, not all you side bitches in the room, you got a chance.
Oh.
That's what he said. That's what he dropped.
What?
I didn't say bitches. I didn't say bitches.
Yes, you did. That's exactly what you said. 100%.
Oh my God.
100%.
I'm pretty sure I said chicks.
1,000%.
It probably felt like bitches.
You definitely dropped it. You was already in it then. You was already in it. You just took off with it then.
Wait a minute.
Unbeknownst to Rodney, in a room is like, we got at least 50 people, right? There got to be at least 50 people in the room. Only 3 people knew until he said that. Then 50 knew that day.
So
you know, Cole got all these gangster family members. They look at me like,
no, it was my wife.
All jokes aside, such an awesome lady. Cole is married to an awesome young lady, Miss Parker. And regardless of how that came about, these people are meant to be together, man.
We locked in.
They're definitely locked in.
You did say that. And then your excuse for it was
bitches ain't the part, though. The bitches ain't the part. It wouldn't matter if you said side bitches, side chicks. It's the fact that you reference.
Made her stand, gave her a round of applause.
She deserved the applause. She's awesome.
They didn't even get to sit back down yet.
I don't even know why Cole is still my friend, to be honest. I have no idea. I'm waiting on. I told him, I say, whatever you want to do, just punch me. Just punch me in the face.
But what did she say? How did she react?
She laughed.
That's the only thing that saved me. That's the only thing that saved me.
Oh, she didn't pull a Jada on you, Cole.
She laughed. She laughed. She was like, oh. Then she laughed.
No. The whole room stopped, looked at her, and she let me off the hook. She like,
yes, she did. Matter of fact, I think you owe her for that. Because she did let you completely off the hook.
Yeah, I do. And I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she's an awesome mother and wife. And shouts out to Miss Parker. Mrs. Parker.
Yeah. Since then, we've celebrated anniversaries, birthdays, kids' days. We locked in all as a bigger family now.
Goodness gracious. Cameron Keys.
Yes. You did do that, though, Rodney.
I love this cat, Cameron Keys, man. What's on the top of the list thing that's bothering you right now?
All right, hold on. Let me take my phone. I've been.
He probably don't want to tell you no secrets, Rodney.
Hopefully, it's not a secret. Hopefully. Dude, I'm the worst with that's why I don't do roast, because I always say the wrong thing.
in a
I-
house. Wow.
What's been bothering me recently? I have a hard time sleeping, right?
Okay.
I sleep I go to sleep probably like at 12:30 at night, most nights, between 11 and 12. And I just have a hard time sleeping. But I think that sleeping too long, I think that 8 hours of sleep is too long.
Oh, I agree.
It just
I don't
seems
sleep.
a long time to me. And one night I kept waking up like every 2 hours. And like I think like the longer you think about something, the more it can become like a conspiracy theory. No, because I think 8 hours is too long. Because I feel like the government, what are they doing while we sleep? They want us to be asleep all at the same time. Have y'all noticed that? They want to be asleep all at the same time for 8 hours. That's too long.
So what do they do? What you think they doing?
Oh, one night I tried to find out. I kept waking up every 2 hours. I cut on all my lights in the apartment and was screaming like, "What do y'all want from us?" Like,
Okay.
I'm still on the search for the answer, but I think they doing something. I'm gonna find out. But
So what are you gonna leave the house? What you gonna do?
I don't know. I have to find out first, and I got to come up with a plan. I don't know. That's what I've been thinking about.
You might want to plan first before you find out.
Yo, I want to dedicate this show to a friend of mine. We lost a friend this week in comedian Marcus Combs, manicure, pedicure. Fabulous comedian. You know, Cole, you almost took me out the other day too.
What'd I do, brother?
You didn't even realize it. So we all had to get together for our friend Marcus, and I don't know what it was. You handed me something, and it just felt like Marcus was handing it to me, and it almost fucking broke down in front of all the guys. And I was like, oh.
But let's be honest. If you broke down, it would be okay.
It would have been okay. Such a great guy, a fabulous comedian out of Chicago, Illinois. One of those guys that probably should have been way further along than he actually was, but you can't judge a man's success until you know what he wants. He had his family, he had his business, he had his children, and he was a grandfather, man. Just such a great comedian. Rest in peace to the great Marcus Combs, man. And I remember becoming aware of him out of Chicago, and dude, the guy would obliterate rooms. He was just one of those guys that would always kill. And then when we both moved here, we became friends, and I would partake in his food. He was an excellent chef. He was an excellent human being, and his comedy was always stellar. Cole, can you speak to who Marcus Combs was, man?
See, now you're trying to take me out, but I'm gonna be good with this. The short version is he's just a great dude, well versed in a lot of things, but didn't know shit at the same time. So like he was so well rounded that you could almost play any song on the radio and he knew the words. Didn't matter the genre, didn't matter the time frame. Like all he did in his life was listen to music. But he drove a lot. One thing about being a comedian, they travel extensively, and depending on where you're on the comedian totem pole, you're driving instead of flying, right? So when you're driving extensively and you got shows in different cities, I partook in one of these tours with him one time. We did like 4 cities. And I was like, dude, take me home. You know what I'm saying? Felt like right. Especially when he's singing country music out loud. But but he's just a very passionate person. If he loved it, he loved it. When it came to music, he was passionate. Food, he was passionate. Cigars, he was passionate. Even certain spirits, he was passionate. Clothes, I don't think they were really important to him. He dressed terribly.
Wow.
Wow,
okay.
But no, man, he's a true friend, and will be dearly missed. And I pray for his wife, his daughters, his grandkids, his sisters. And we were friends where I'm intertwined with those. Like, I know siblings of Rodney's people may not even recognize in the room, Like when you're family and you're friends, we all know each other. Like he would go to LA and kick it with my brother separate from me. So, he will be dearly missed. I hate to admit it that I was one who had delivered most of the bad news, which happens to be me a lot of times. I think that is because of my connection. I love people, maybe not as much as Rodney does, but I truly do love people. I love interaction. Rodney loves the people. It's a little different.
Right.
It is the truth. You know, like Rodney would sit and talk to a stranger for hours on end and be crying with him, and they a hug, and I'd be like, he'd give me his cell phone. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't know. I just felt like I need to do it.
So here goes, guys. The question of the day is this. And this segment is dedicated to the great Marcus Combs. When you check out, how do you want to be remembered? And the second part of the question is, how will people remember you? Like, so how would you like people to remember you versus how will people actually remember you? Cameron Keys, you first.
Okay. All right. I would like people to remember me as a loving, good guy. Easygoing. I was still thinking of my answer when you called that's why I see me lip season between the words I'm trying to say. But I want to be remembered as a caring person, you know, who just want to have a good time, and that's it.
And that's what you want, but what will they really remember?
Hopefully that. I think some version of that.
Is Cameron high? Cameron is not high.
No, I'm not high. No, I'm not high anymore. Last night I partook before I went to. That's why I was talking about the sleeping thing, because that happened last night. But
you're having a cervical orgasm from your weed.
Yeah, the alien on your shirt too.
Shawnee Scott.
How
would you like people to remember you?
Well, I would like them to remember, I guess, my hard work, and I love my daughters. You know, my great mom. But then I like the whole funeral thing. Like, I don't want that. I told my kids they ain't got to do that. Just cremate me, and whatever you want to do with the ashes, do whatever with it.
My mother was like that. My mother said, I don't want nobody looking at me. She said, y'all cremate me. And we did. We did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I'm gone. The people that I spent time with and shared time with, they can have those memories. And that's what, but I'm not financing no party and I'm dead. We not
man to that. Don't even touch my liquor.
So I eulogize my mother and my grandmother.
Oh.
So I do my mother's eulogy. I kill it.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I smashed the eulogy, right?
Okay.
And it was hard. It was tough. So I finished. The pastor of the church that we used for the ceremony, he said, hey, brother, you were fantastic. Are you available in 2 weeks? I said, what? He said, are you available? I said, are you trying to book me at my mother's fucking funeral? Are you serious? Are you trying to book me? How much?
Right. Exactly.
That part.
Pass the trade today.
I know your mama was like, boy, you better get this money.
Better get that money, boy. So I get the money, but I had to go back to my mother's hometown, which was she lived it before I had to go back to like that place. And it was more traumatizing the day I went back than it was when I was at the funeral. It was like my mother was in that room for me. Yeah, you thought you got away, didn't you? And it was like so like, oh man. So anybody that ever lost anybody important, blessings to you and yours. Now my grandmother, so my uncle tricked me into doing her eulogy. Cause he's like, we're gonna have Uncle Ray do it. I'm like, Uncle Ray? We don't even like that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, and so before I know it, I volunteered, and I realized he tricked me afterward. So I do my grandmother's eulogy. Our first cousin is our oldest elder on that side of the family. She's sitting there, Cole. She goes, "My nickname is Mookie." He said, "Mookie." I said, "Yes, ma'am." He said, "Mookie, I want you to do mine." I said, "What?" "Do your what?" "My eulogy." I said, "First of all, you still here."
Right.
This is during the eulogy. And so, long story short, I got another eulogy on the books.
On the book. Maybe
yeah,
this is second career path.
Whenever she shut it down,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a eulogy guy.
You should be the
dope.
eulogist. You should start that as a service and put a fee to it. You'll come.
You know what? That's why they pay you the big bucks. Cole, how do you want to be remembered, bro?
I would like to be remembered that everyone I've come in contact with, they're in a better place than when they met me, no matter what it is, headspace, financial, no matter what, right? I want everybody to be in a better mental space, financial space, spiritual space, whatever, than when they first met me. That's how I want to be remembered.
That's you absolutely achieved that. Wow, what is it for me? How do I?
Let's work on that. So, how can you help me get in a better financial space? I mean, because we.
Well, you know, I actually got a little life coaching thing on the side. I'm a hustler, so you know, when we come down to it, we can talk. We can wrap after this, and then we'll see what some of your likes are, some of your dislikes are, what you want the next phase of your life to be, and I could probably help you formulate a business doing it.
You guys are like y'all don't know each other like that, but y'all like super alike. Like, you know, Shani is like Shani. She told me my name ain't no damn Shani.
Apparently not. Right. That's why I asked. I came in the door like, Shani, is that correct? That's why I said black woman name wrong on TV. You're gonna be embarrassed.
Right. So, but Shani is like a super go getter. Big. I'm a huge fan. She has no idea. All right. Question of the day. How do you want to be remembered? If you're tuning in, hit us up. You can shoot us an email. Rodney Perry Live at Gmail. Rodney Perry Live at Gmail to hit the show up. How do you want to be remembered? Hit us with that. I would like to know that. Up next,
Ask Uncle Rodney.
Ask Uncle Rodney. Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is gonna be. I have no idea what this is gonna be.
So many emails have come in. These people need your help. They love your support from seeing you on all the other platforms that you're on. And before we get into it, why don't you let everybody know all of the spaces they can see you in outside of Rodney Perry Live?
Oh, well said, Shani. I got a movie coming out. I did a movie with Joe Coy called Easter Sunday. The trailer is on the streets now. Matter of fact, we'll run the trailer coming up as well. Shouts out to Joe Coy. I called Joe because I didn't see myself in the trailer. I said, Joe, am I still in this damn movie, man? He said, absolutely. So I'm going to try to get Joe to come on the show as well. Joe Coy, fabulous comedian. We go back many years. And there's something to be said for treating people good. Because one of the reasons he called me for this movie is he remembers we did a show together years ago and the guy was not going to pay him and I made the dude pay him. And it was like $150, something like that. But I was like, dude, pay this dude, man. It wasn't because the microphone that got broken. He was trying to charge him for that.
Oh, wow.
With his pay. I was like, dude, you're not going to do that. And
but did he pay you for the movie? Did you get paid for the movie or not yet?
Oh yeah. This is gonna be a good one. This is Steven Spielberg movie.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, wow.
This Steven Spielberg is a great story. How Steven Spielberg he became a fan of Joe, and they went and had a meeting, and he got a deal to do this film, man. So we're excited. It's a feel good movie. It's it'll do for Joe and the Filipino community what Crazy Rich Asians did for the Japanese community.
Oh,
I think it'll be so. I got that coming down the pipe. I did a show recently called Finding Happy. It's going to be on Bounce TV. Super excited about that. And I did a drama called Cold and Windy that's coming down the pipe. Also, I'm here. I got a new show. We're right here. It's Rodney Perry Live. We're on every day from 9 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern. If you're in Central, that's 8 to 10. blah, blah, and all that good stuff. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to have some great guests. The show is going to continue to be dope, going to continue to get better. And I think that's all I got right now, Shani.
Okay.
That's quite a bit.
That's a lot. And then everybody can follow him at Rodney Perry Live on Instagram. You got to check out his shorts. Make sure you like, comment, and share. You can do something now in IG called Remix. So you can
remix, reels, all that good stuff. And that stuff makes money too. Cameron Keys, man, how do we stay in touch with you?
_ Cameron Keys on Instagram and Twitter. Cameron Keys on Facebook.
Now, did somebody else have Cameron Keys without an underscore?
Yeah, it's a white girl that plays soccer.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, she do gymnastics. Yeah, so I'm trying.
Is she good?
I don't know. I don't think she used the Instagram. Like I don't know what's going on. So I got to try to contact them to see what's going on.
My Instagram is Rodney Perry Live, and I wanted Rodney Perry, but I'm like, the guy that was using it, I had to really think like this guy maybe something happened to him. So he ain't been on the page in a long time though. Anyway, Cole, how do we stay in touch, bro?
Everything's simple, just at Cole D. Parker.
Cole D. Parker.
That's it.
Cody Parker is the man. And you have many businesses. Shout out some of your stuff you got going on, man.
I own a business teach women and girls self-defense called Divas in Defense. We actually license that system out. So we are in multiple states as well as multiple countries. Rodney sent a couple of his daughters along the way. I have a security business with my brother that we do all levels of personal protection, from bodyguard and all the way down to you need somebody to be at the door for your birthday party. And then we got a boutique branding and a marketing agency that I do with my wife, who's really, really dope. And I came with it for the Filipino community because my mother-in-law is Filipino. She is a thriller from Manila. And if you ever met my mother-in-law, everything I say would make sense.
I love your mother-in-law and your father-in-law, man. They're such great people, man.
Absolutely dope. They celebrated 42 years on May 15th. So they just had a 42nd anniversary.
Perfecto. All right, here we go. Ask Uncle Rodney. Goodness gracious. All right,
here we go. Dear Uncle Rodney, I'm a 17-year-old young lady who is stuck in a sticky situation. My mom passed away when I was young, so my dad and maternal grandparents have worked together to raise me. I spend a lot of time with my grandparents since my dad worked so much to take care of me. As I became a teenager, my dad reached out to a local nonprofit agency that helps teen girls and got me a female mentor. Jasmine is like a big sister to me and a part of the family. She taught me how to do my hair, shop for stylish clothes, and carry myself like a lady when on dates. She comes to our family function, and everyone in the family loves her positive influence on me. My dad and grandparents threw me a surprise graduation party a few weeks ago, and it was going great. Everyone was laughing, eating, and dancing. We were about to play spades, and Jasmine is my usual partner. But I didn't see her around when my uncle was calling for teams. I went in the house looking for her, thinking she may be in the restroom. When I peeked into the bathroom door, I saw her and my grandfather having sex. I quickly closed the door and ran back outside, so neither one of them saw me and don't know that I saw them. What do I do? My granny would be devastated, and my father would kill my grandfather if he found out. Should I confront Jasmine, my grandpa, or tell my dad?
Or mind your business.
Look, that's my granny and her grandpa.
All right, I got my co-host in the building today. Cameron Keys.
There's no good. Go ahead, Cameron.
Cameron, you see Grandpa smashing the babysitter? What do you do?
Mentor.
I would just be in disbelief. I don't. Would I probably would. I don't know, man.
What should she do in your opinion?
I think she should, like you said, mind her business, and maybe tell the grandma later on down the line, You know,
Wow.
I don't know.
You seem like it really happened to you.
It's too much. That's such a crazy thing to witness. I don't know, man.
Grandpa though, Cole.
I would tell Grandpa, I saw you. I saw you with your nasty ass. I saw you, Grandpa. And that's all I would tell, because anybody else, the ramifications of it is going to be too much. Let's say you tell grandma have a heart attack, you feel guilty the rest of your life. So you know, you tell your dad does jump on grandpa because they really got a tumultuous relationship that nobody knows, and he dies, then grandma dies because he died. It's just so much to it to say, hey, grandpa, I saw you. You know what I'm saying? Take care of me now, grandpa. You gonna owe me a little something. I'm gonna take a bribery. I'm gonna do a bribery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bribery. Let me tell you, that's gonna be easy for me. I already know what I'm gonna do. I took a picture too, like this. I got my little picture in. Every time Grandpa says something like, "I think you should," you know, I think that it's okay to baby. Just let the baby do what she do. We're gonna get her house. This house is hers.
This house is her house. All right, Shani Scott. Don't answer.
Okay.
Let's take a break. Come back. Shani's answer. My answer. This is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let BePublished.org publish and promote your work for less. BePublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. BePublished.org. 972-880-8316.
What up, party people? We are back in full effect. That could be your commercial right there. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. We're looking to add your sponsorship to the show. Shani Scott.
Yeah, I'm a girl, so I'd probably see him. I'd be like, "Oh, granddaddy in there knocking out just when I kiss the
Wait. You gonna go into the party and tell everybody?
Bust up the whole party. I'm a girl. You know, we little. I don't know, because everybody would know something was wrong. They'd be like, "Shani, what's wrong with you? Why you acting like that?" Pawpaw in there knocking off Jasmine. That's probably what would happen.
Pawpaw is destroying Jasmine. Okay, let's start. Let's go back to the top. First of all, I'm proud of Pawpaw.
At least. At the very
I
least.
mean, to be healthy enough to maintain an erection on a whim, because he didn't know.
He's got to be at least 60. He's got to be at least 60.
He didn't know sex was gonna happen that day. Like for me, I need some notice. Like, you can't just spring no sex on me.
Before then, you don't think?
He old. I'm assuming he a grandfather.
Right.
He old.
He got at least 60.
He's at least 60.
She's 17.
Yeah, she's 17. Even though nowadays
he's at least
42. He could be 42 nowadays.
So Paul is doing his thug thizzle. Him and grandma they probably estranged anyway.
Going through something.
Right? You can't assume that.
They've had sticky relations. Dad is trying to find help for the girl, Jazz. It's a lot going on in this family.
Mm-hmm.
So the sheer fact that she asked me means she got a horrible family life. So the fact that she checked with me speaks volumes. So this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, ma'am, if you're tuning in, keep your mouth shut. Mind your business, but extort your grandfather. And
like
I'm gonna tell you that. I think Cole said it on so many different levels. I would never ever tell grandma. I would probably tell my dad. I would definitely tell my dad and let dad deal with grandpa. That's what I would do. I would tell your dad and let dad have a conversation or not with grandpa and leave it alone. Because you got to tell somebody what's going to come out. Like, if you don't tell somebody next Thanksgiving, oh, that's going to be the show.
But
Hey,
we
everybody, I got something to say. Y'all remember Jazz? Well, her baby is my cousin. First cousin on granddaddy's side. Aunt. You talking about Aunt Baby? The Aunt Baby?
Oh, yeah, that is. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So we're I'm a little different, RP.
Okay.
Let's be real. Okay.
Keep it real.
If I remember in the letter, Dad introduced her to Jasmine. Is that correct?
Right.
Yes.
So is it a possibility that Dad's hitting Jasmine too?
Oh.
So now you mess around and tell your dad, and you really got to squabble. You see what I'm saying? You got to be careful because Dad might have been hitting it first.
Yeah, because
you know what? I'm gonna make my comment,
and
I'm gonna just say this, and hopefully my wife not listening. But to the young lady that wrote the letter, give Jasmine my number. I need a piece, just to see if it's worth it. Cam, now, Cam, would you like some as well?
Oh my God, we're not gonna pass Jasmine around. We are not
passing Jasmine around.
No, not doing it.
I don't have to ask Cole. Cam, do you want some Jasmine vagina?
No, I don't want it.
And if so, what type of orgasm are you gonna give her?
I don't want any of her vagina, but I am looking forward to doing a cervical. That's the one that just amazes me. A couple days, man, that's ridiculous. That's crazy.
That's amazing. Cole Parker, Jasmine is in them streets.
Hey, let me tell you, that's why I'm looking at this differently, right? You know, let a hoe be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not one of them people to let there be a problem. I'm perfectly fine with hoes. I don't know why people got such. I'm a hoe advocate. Okay, I advocate for hoes. I'm a hoe advocate.
Hoe advocate.
Absolutely. If you want to be a hoe, be the best hoe you can be. I really mean
and you bring up a great point, Cole, because we haven't really discussed that. Like, okay, wait. This is Jasmine's fault too. We looking at Grandpa being responsible, but he an old man. Ain't nobody looked at him in years.
But Grandpa might have it going on. You see these grandpas out here that's fine and they stylish. They 70 years old.
They zaddies. They zaddies now.
What if Grandpa got dementia and he think that Jasmine is the grandma?
See that?
But Jasmine ain't hitting the Papa with dementia. We not doing that. The Papa with dementia.
First of all, and shouts out to our other sponsor, Viagra and Cialis. Look,
but I personally think Grandpa's the victim.
Grandpa is definitely the victim.
He's the victim here. It's a great chance. It's a great chance he didn't really just come on to Jasmine. He was like, look at you there, girl. And she said, meet me in the bathroom. He's like, bathroom? Because he was in his own house too, right? It was a family event.
It was definitely his crib.
I think, truthfully, you should hug your grandfather, whoever this young lady is, and tell him that you love him.
Get Jasmine away from y'all, though.
Right. No. Get her out the family.
I think
unless you want to be a hoe. If you want to be a hoe, you got a great mentor.
Jasmine has been a great mentor, she said. That's not all Jasmine's fault. Papa is the more mature person here. He has more life experience, so he should have, cut it off with Jasmine.
How do we know? Wait, I can have a mentor that's 90 years old. How old is Jasmine? We pointing the finger at Grandpa too much. I think it's an attack on grandfathers everywhere, and I'm not okay with that.
But it don't matter how old Jasmine is. Grandpa know he married and he's not supposed to be dipping in other waters.
Can we get her off the screen or something?
Oh, God. All right, let's go, guys. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. You can catch us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. What's that other one over there? Oh, Media 360.
Apple TV.
Apple TV, all that. We're everywhere you want to be. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. We're gonna be rocking this out every day. We cannot do it without you. Thank you to all of you that rock today. Thank you to our guest, Sherelle Thomas. Thank you to Melanie Esquire, who popped in and talked legal eagle stuff with us. And we'll see you on the next one. My name is Rodney Perry, and that's it.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.